Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Sooners line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Washington. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Oh, out of space. Goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And he will score! Touchdown Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tries his big tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Jordan. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Running it to the right. Got the first down. Looking for more. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He might want another play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the back. Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw and strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the RPO, complete.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Ferguson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get
objective for this defense coming in the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that run falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
That's got it. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And here comes the offense on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Ferguson. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Just keeps slinging it. Lets it fly. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his back in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Texas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up by 21 over Virginia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Under fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab down the left side. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe.
Hey, man, on offense, we'll take them however we can get them. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. There was a pass deflection there, but a great job concentrating to haul in that play and come up with an explosive play offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Ferguson. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback may change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Punts it out of the air. Smacks it with the stiff arm. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. pitch and catch. He's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
The Oklahoma offense will take over. First and 10.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you've got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Let's go. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The gift to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up.
Oh, a good vision. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Got it behind the line. It's Peppers. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the foot.
Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Past the first down marker and still running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Hey, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hester. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 10 over Rice. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's on target and complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Love the 3rd down call, throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. Breaks the tackle. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Grab behind the line. It's Peppers. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Gets rid of it. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
The screen. He's got wheels. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give and tick, 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 tick. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quarterback making adjustments. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Peppers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Direct snap. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
To the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been...
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do, counting for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Making side adjustments here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Wade. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Holds it in down the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Oh, he loves to fire down.